Doing? My name's Ryan Wasson with Anvil Customs. I get a lot of seat pans that are purchased from Choppershox, Choppershox.com. Call Dave over there to order some really nice seat pans and, of course, Choppershox suspension for your seat on your rigid frame. But I wanted to do a little tutorial about mounting up the tabs to the bottom of the seats. I got a lot of customers who send me their seat pans, and the tabs are just crooked. Not only are they, well, they're just ugly, they're very crooked, and I just have a feeling that there's a hard time of getting the seat mounted to the bike after the seat is finished and covered in leather. So real quick, I just want to give you a just keep in mind, I mean, this is just my way of doing things. Doesn't mean that it's the only way of doing things, although some would think so, or at least myself. Anyways, you know, it's not that difficult. You have your Choppershox, and which comes with all your hardware from Choppershox.com. You get your four tabs, and of course your bolts and you know, acorn nuts and the such. But anyways, I take an old socket that I had laying around, and I milled each end so that it is exactly the same width as the end of the Choppershox eye. That way I know, I use it as a jig, and I know that the width apart that my tabs will be, my Choppershox will fit directly in there, so I can get them tightened down and such. So anyway, so here's one assembled, ready for welding to the bottom of the seat pan. So basically, you just take the hardware that Dave will send you, and just put your jig in between, and tighten those down really nice so that you know that's how tight you're going to mount your Choppershox. Okay, so now I've got both jigs assembled, tightened down, and I've got my seat pan. By the way, I just want to stop and show you how beautiful it is here in the Ozarks. Nice sunny morning, about 7:30 in the morning. It's about 74 degrees. Loving that just because it's been about 106 every day here with about 190% humidity. Nonetheless, just wanted to point that out. But anyways, so bottom of the seat pan, I have marked center, and I have marked the bottom points of where my tabs will be welded to. I have a couple of choices here depending on how far I want to be away from the edge of the pan. It's good to stay away from the edge of the pan at least half an inch. Try not to get any closer if you can help it. There is some leeway there, but not much. And the reason why you don't want to come up here to the edge of the pan is because during the stitching process, whether your seat's stitched in a machine or holes are needed to be punched in the leather for leather lacing, either way, it creates zero room for laying on the bed of the sewing machine to lay a nice straight stitch down close to the pan where you want it, so that your seat's as tight as possible. So keep it away from the pan, and make sure you get a good center on your seat pan, and good bottom location points for again, for the bottoms of your shock tabs. All right, it's not necessary to do tops unless you just wanted to, but just because as long as your bottoms are the same, your tops are going to be the same. So, what you want to do is from the inside measurement right here on the surface of the inside tab, you want it to be the same to the center as the inside measurement of this tab over here to the center of the pan. No matter how far apart, it doesn't matter. You need to correspond that with your bike frame, to your cross member tube under your seat. Make sure there's no gussets or bolts or whatever could be welded or bolted to that cross member under your seat frame. So that way you know what width we're going with here. And now we're just going to tack these suckers down. Okay, so now we're mounted up, ready to at least put a tack down on the tabs, and I've got my Mitutoyo out, and made sure that the inside surface of this tab to the center was the same as the inside surface of this tab to the center of the pan. And after that, you want to make sure that your bottom points are on whatever line you chose, whatever line you chose to for height on the back of the seat pan for the tabs. You know now that you are center to center. You're symmetrical on each side. Your top points are going to be the same height on the pan as the other one, or as the other set of tabs. So let's get tacked, smacked, and ready to rack. Got the tabs tacked down here, ready to go. A little bit of blow by, it's all right. I'm just going to lay down a bead and we'll be done. But that's about it. I know this is elementary and such, but you wouldn't believe how many crooked pans I get, and I just shake my head. I just can't believe that it could look that straight on the bike. So, and I also understand that there are some frames that cross member is cock angled or dimpled out and such. So there might be a need for an offset tab of some sort. But anyways, and shablingo. There you have it. My beautiful bead of welds. Not really, but serves a purpose. And the copper-plated Choppershox springs. That's it, guys. All right. These are just my observations. I'm sure there's a billion different ways to do this, but it works. Keeps it straight. Looks good. And that's what you want, right? Have a great one.